today is Valentine's Day and there are flowers everywhere. Chances are you could be getting some.
Yeah, so whether that's from your romantic partner, a friend, or a gift to yourself, cue Miley Cyrus, you might want to make sure that the bouquet will last for some time. So joining us right now to give us those industry secrets on keeping your flowers beautiful is Beyond Bloom's owner and lead designer, Sarah Kashkar. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys? Decorate her wedding, and then from then on, we went into full business, and 3 years later, now we do weddings, corporate events, and typical daily deliveries.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And so obviously you guys want to keep the flowers fresh and lasting longer as a florist. So we're hoping you can tell us about some of the things you do, before and as you're getting your blooms ready, that we could also do at home, right?
So, yes, we have a lot of tricks. So when it comes to like your flowers, whenever you first buy them, whether you're buying them from a grocery store or you receive them, if it comes in a bouquet and they have any foliage on them, you always want to remove all the greenery from the stem. Oh. The cleaner the stem is, the better it will drain, because the water is not going up to like the dead leaves that are in there, and also it removes all the bacteria that are growing on the stems, and it doesn't infect the water level in there. As far as your arrangements, when they arrive, arrangements come in two different ways, two different styles. Whether it comes with a foam or just placed in water, you want to care for them very particularly. For example, with an arrangement like this that comes in a vase like this, there is no foam inside it, it's just in water. So with an arrangement like this, we want to remove the stems all the way up and cut them at a 45-degree angle. Once you cut them, whether it's with a shear or a scissor, and you want to replace the water, you want to get fresh water in here, add your floral preservative. If you do not have that, you want to add something like a soft drink that has a lemon or lime in it. That way it kills all the bacteria that are growing in your water. Then you want to pop your flowers back in. With flowers that come in a foam arrangement, that do not have, it's not just placed in water, similar to something like this, you want to move this flower to the side and check for the foam. If the foam feels really dry, that means it's drank up all the water, everything has evaporated, and you want to add fresh water in here. And the easiest way to do that is either to create a funnel or grab a bowl of water. This is the easiest way to do it.
Yeah.
And how often should we be adding new water?
So flowers drink the most water on their first day once they've been designed. So when you first receive your arrangement, you want to add fresh water day one, and you want to keep at it. Just check the foam, make sure it's wet and moist. If it's not, add a little bit of water. It doesn't require a lot of water. Less than 8 ounces should do typically, depending on the size of the arrangement. I know some of our clients usually go for the over the top. Those arrangements are a lot more larger, so you wouldn't need to add more water to those. And you just add the water on top.
Yeah, what this is telling me is that I'm not doing it frequently enough, but then when I am, I'm doing too much water into the vase.
Yeah, so you want to make sure the foam has some moisture to it. You don't want the water to be filled up to the top, because the more the water sits in there, it's also going to create that bacteria that is sitting in there as well. If you have too much water, you can, if it's in a vase like this and it's not in a box, you can always empty the water out, pour fresh water in it. One thing I always recommend to everyone that receives florals, if you receive an arrangement, not every stem on there is going to last the same amount of time. Some flowers do die a little sooner than the rest, unfortunately. So when you do see a stem that is starting to brown and it is starting to die, simply just pluck it out.
Yeah.
That way, if the stem is dying, it's not going to affect everything else that's on there. You just remove it, toss it, and you're good to go. And you still have a great arrangement that will last you for the remainder of the holiday season.
This might be the only thing I'm doing right.
Sarah, I have 2 quick questions. Okay, so real quick on that sort of soft drink like soda, the lemon lime, so Sprite or 7-Up, how much should we be putting in there? Just like a tablespoon or more?
So with it's the same amount you will put in water in it. So less than 8 ounces should do for an arrangement this size. If it is bigger, you would add more.
Oh, wow. Okay. And then you've been showing us roses. So is the same care required of like hydrangeas or orchids or any other type of flower? All the same things?
So hydrangeas are the most thirsty flower out of all the flowers that come in. So they do require the most amount of water. If it is simply just in a hydrangea arrangement, you do want to cut it at a 45-degree angle and add water on it. They also drink water from the top. So if you do see them, they're starting to wilt and they're in a larger arrangement, you could just pluck them out, submerge them into water till they come back to life, and you can pluck them back into your arrangement.
That might be
that's
hydrangeas never survive in my house, and that's my favorite flower. So I love that tip.
Easy to take care of, and I feel like there's like a stigma
Says you.
around them dying too soon. Just put them upside down into a bucket of water, and they'll come back to life. Usually hydrangeas last anywhere between 10 to 15 days in our studio, whether it's just sitting on a table. If it's in a cooler, they'll last even longer.
Man.
Oh, I love that.
So that water that you're pouring into your vase and that you're dunking those hydrangeas in, should it be like ice water, room temperature water? Does it matter?
Typically, we just use room temperature water. The florals that come out of the designer studio, they come out of a cooler, so they're used to cooler temperature. As long as your home is between a 60 to like a 72 degrees, then you're fine. A room temperature will do. You don't need ice cold water as long as it's not like super hot. So lukewarm water should work perfectly fine. Just make sure the container that you're pouring the water from is clean and fresh, then you should be good to go.
Okay, and then real quick, what's the most popular arrangement for Valentine's Day?
So this season, peach fuzz is the color of the year. So the color that we're getting requested a lot is peach and pink, an assortment of it. Peonies are really popular this season, so we're getting a lot of requests on those. We're no longer seeing those dome-shaped arrangement that come in boxes. Clients are wanting a little more adventure with their floral design, so more garden-inspired floral design are in this year.
All right. Those are all very good tips. A lot of good information.
I love that information. Thank
Sarah
you.
Kashgar with Beyond Blooms, thank you so much for helping us out this morning. Have a good one.